Welcome to US Premier League Phase 2 Match 23. This is the match between Carolina Eagles and Washington Hawks. Let me invite both the captains, Baizid Siddiqui from Washington Seattle Hawks and Anand Churi from Carolina Eagles. Baizid, you won the toss and what are you deciding?
We're going to field first.
And reasons?
We just wanted to try something different this time. We've been struggling with the bat a little bit. So we do have a good bowling attack, and we've been doing well the last few games with our bowling. So we just wanted to see if we bowl first and put them under pressure first.
All right, I wish you all the best. Thank you. Anand, what have you thought about this game plan today?
Nothing much. We have a momentum on our side, so just looking to go on with that. We'll be batting first, so that's a first for us. So hoping to look into that aspect and getting good on that.
And hopefully this will be a good change for you batting first so that you are used to that condition and it prepares you for the playoffs and wherever this will go.
Absolutely, it's a variation from like what we have been doing. So we want to take this up as a challenge and work towards that.
All right, wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So the news from USPL Phase 2 Match 23 toss is Carolina Eagles is fielding Washington Seattle Hawks. Carolina Eagles is batting after Washington Seattle Hawks won the toss.
So in other words, he getting three figures. All right, get back. This is something he doesn't know. All right. Check.
So, pleasant good morning. We're back at SUNY Purchase for another in the USPL, US Premier League. We're up to match 23. And the umpires walk out to the middle, Irfan Syed and umpire Philip Ray. They make their way out to the middle. And a lot will depend on the matchup here this morning. The matchup will feature the Carolina Eagles and the Washington Hawks. The news is that the Washington Hawks won the toss and they've elected to have a bowl. So the Washington Hawks will take the field momentarily. You see there the captains of both teams, Anand Churi and Baizid Siddiqui. And the Carolina team being led by Churi includes Anisa Ahmed, Aryan Singh, Ikwe Craig, Christopher Ramsaran, Nathaniel McDavid, Ravish Kanchi, Rushkesh Amin, Sachin Sitran, Santi Santosh, and Sakib Jutt. That's the playing 11, and you see it there on your screen. For the Washington Hawks, they're being led by Baizid Siddiqui. Their team includes Ali Umair Anjun, Bilal Zulfikar, Haider Ali, Jamil Parion, Karanjit Singh, Kashif Uddin, Masood Haq, Pavan Kumar Sadawan, and Salil Yadav. So there you see the Washington Hawks team taking the field, and momentarily we'll be underway for this first game of the doubleheader here at SUNY Purchase. Later on this afternoon, the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, the undefeated Pennsylvania Cavaliers, will take on the New York Gothams. So the opening batters are making their way out to the middle, and it looks like Nathaniel McDavid is one of the two, and then also it looks like Sakib Jutt, I believe, is the other batter. And so Sakib and Nathaniel will open proceedings for the Carolina Eagles, who have been sent in here against the Washington Hawks. So it looks like Bilal Zulfikar will be tossed the ball here, and Bayezid Siddiqui does so now. So he'll open the attack for the Washington Hawks, the Washington Seattle Hawks. And the man on strike will be Saqib Jut. And this promises to be a matchup that may determine which team will position themselves best to be in position for a playoff berth or for championship play. The Washington Hawks are 1-4 on the season. They are at the bottom of the table, just behind the New York Gothams on net run rate. And meanwhile, the Carolina Eagles are in third place. They're 3-2, and so they'll look to continue. They'll need to get a win here to stay in third place. They have a game up on the Maryland Mavericks, who are 3-3, and so the Carolina Eagles will have a chance here to keep their playoff berth alive, as this first ball is angled down the leg side, and so starts here with a wide. So the Carolina Eagles are up and running. First ball, a loosener from Bilal, and it goes down the wrong line. So Saqib counted on here to have a good performance with the bat. So far in phase two, Saqib has not gotten among the runs in terms of the top players in the tournament. Saqib is just about in 26th place on the top on the list of highest run scorers, with 76 runs to his tally at an average of 19. So we'll need to improve here to help his team into a position of strength. Nonetheless, he's away with a single, and it brings Nathaniel McDavid onto strike. So 2 for no loss in over number 1. The Carolina Eagles sent in here against the Washington Seattle Hawks. And the Eagles need to continue their winning ways. Here is Bilal. Gets a full toss. That's again angled down the leg side. And in fact, this is going to be a no ball. No ball is the call. And so first free hit will come up here in the first over, as Bilal Zulfikar has missed the mark on a couple of occasions. So first free hit off the morning. McDavid will get a chance to open his account here with a free hit. So here's the free hit delivery. And it's a good one. Full straight. McDavid can't do much about it. And so the score remains unchanged at 3. And we say from time to time how well bowlers rise to the occasion after bowling a no ball. They generally come back with their best delivery on the free hit delivery. And Saqib stands at the non-striker's end looking on, as Nathaniel McDavid had a big heave without making contact. This time this is driving down the ground towards long on. And so McDavid too now gets up and running. Slow beginning for the Carolina Eagles. Not much fireworks just yet, as Bilal Zulfikar turns in the distance and ambles in now to the wicket. And so Saqib doubles his tally. Five off the over so far. Still a couple of deliveries remain. Nathaniel McDavid back on strike, and McDavid, He, though, has been among the runs, 10th on the list of highest run scorers. And this one is going down the leg, maybe another wide. In fact, it is confirmed by umpire Phil Ray. So 136 runs to Nathaniel McDavid so far with a high score of 65. Average of 34, strike rate of 184. So when he does spend time at the crease, does make his presence felt. And it will be counted on here to help the Carolina Eagles into a good position just to start. Ball outside the off stump, swing and a miss. And so a good comeback delivery there. Final ball of over number 1. Bilal Zulfikar. A decent enough start for the Washington Hawks. Can he close it out here on a high note? 6 for none the total at the moment. And he does close it on a high note. No chance to score. And so with that, the over comes to a close. 6 from it. It's 6 for none after 1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So Jamal Parian has been given the ball, and he'll continue the attack here. Bowling to Saqib. Jut Saqib on 2. And Parian sends through his first delivery. Just defended into the offside. He's a single for Saqib. Gets himself off strike. Will rotate the strike then to Nathaniel McDavid. So one of these batters at 10th place on the run production list, the other in 26th. And the man in 10th place is now the man on strike, Nathaniel McDavid. Carolina Eagles looking for a good partnership to open their account here to solid opening stand. Can set things up for the ball strikers to come later. Anand Churi in the hut, Ikwe Craig, Anis Ahmed in the hut to come. Rushikesh Amin, who has been among the runs. Ravish Kanchi, as I mentioned. Aryan Singh in the lineup today. And so Aryan, I'm hearing, coming off a good appearance yesterday in league cricket in New Jersey, as his team would have advanced into championship play, so into the playoffs. And so Aryan and Rushikesh getting among the runs, 77 to Rushikesh, 32 to Aryan. So both have been included in the Carolina Eagles lineup in this matchup. So eager to see the appearance of Rushikesh and Aryan. This one hit well into the deep. Could this be the first CBTF maximum of the morning? It is, as we get the confirmation from umpire Irfan Saeed. And so a good clean strike by Saqib. And it goes a long way. You see it there in the distance. And gone for a maximum. Big strike. So the ball has been returned. So momentarily it's now being asked for by umpire Saeed. Takes a look, makes sure that it's still in good condition, satisfied. Now the ball is back with Paralon. 14 on the board then. What will Parlon do here? This time he goes full and straight. Defended by Sakib this time. And so Jamel put under pressure by Sakib. Sakib is a very attacking batsman. Has had some bit of misfortune in this phase too. Hasn't gotten going for the most part. Has struggled for consistency, but player of immense talent. And asked here to partner Nathaniel McDavid to set things up for the Carolina Eagles. Good delivery to close out. So 8 from the over. The one big strike. The highlight of over number 2. And so with 2 gone, it's 14 for none.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Bilal to continue. Oh, and it's gone. So team dismissal for McDavid. Ball pitched up, and you'll see it here momentarily as Bilal even strides up to the wicket and down the track with a big first step and just an easy lob back to Bilal Zulfikar. So he picks up the first wicket here. McDavid goes for 2, and so it's now 14 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So team dismissal for Nathaniel McDavid. He's back in the hut. And Santi Santos walks to the middle. And so Santi coming in perhaps a lot sooner than he would have hoped. Nonetheless, he is at the wicket now. Takes guard from umpire Phil Ray. In fact, the umpire Ray still assisting. Tells him that he is coming. He has 5 deliveries to come. Right arm over from Bilal Zulfikar. And so Bilal strikes with it's the 7th ball of his opening spell. First over cost him just 6 runs. And just back of a length. McDavid may have been caught in 2 minds. In the end, just lobbing a tame catch back to Bilal. Really comfortable conditions here at SUNY Purchase. SUNY, the State University of New York, located in the city of Harrison in Westchester County. And this one is hit well into the onside and takes a little bit of a turn in the deep on a strong throw, hitting the wicket directly from the deep. And not before the batters would have completed a single. And so Santi gets off the mark. And so it's now 15 for 1. Sakib surveys the outfield here at SUNY Purchase. The 2 men outside the circle are at long on and deep backward square. And this is a big hit. This is going to go for a maximum. Gone into the parking lot. And that's a big strike from Sakib. Up and over. A CBTF maximum. And you see him there just coming down the track. 2 steps, 2 half steps. And just swinging through the line, hitting straight. Can't go wrong. Here at SUNY Purchase, we've seen over the course of 2 phases of this U.S. Premier League, the batters that have done well are the ones that hit down on the ground, hit through the line, playing straight. Lots of runs have been accumulated, and if we were to put an analytical chart up on the board, that would show where the majority of runs have been scored in this tournament over these 2 phases. I would venture to guess that perhaps 75-80% of the runs would show hitting down the ground towards that parking lot area. As batters, first off, it's a relatively short boundary compared to other parts of this ground, and more importantly, hitting through the line seems to be a relatively safe option for most batters playing straight on the surface. So what will the response be from Bilal Zulfikar? Hit back over his head. And he comes fuller, straight to delivery, angled into the pads. And this time it's a no ball that's called. And so this will result in another free hit here. This time the benefactor will be Santi Santos. She'll be the beneficiary here of this free hit. The field can in fact change, given that the batters did cross. So a new batter allows the field to change if they so choose, and I believe they have. The deep backward square has now been moved into a straight mid-wicket position. Long off is still there. This one is hit well. A classy looking shot from Santi, going up and over extra cover. Gone for a boundary. And you watch him here, just a big stride down the wicket, and just hanging the bat outside the off stump, hitting it out of the middle of the blade. Up and over. Gone for a boundary. So a good over from a Carolina Eagles perspective. They're up to 27-13 off the over so far, with still a delivery remaining. And the ball may have disappeared into the bushes in the distance. And so we'll pause here and return on the other side of the break when the ball has been retrieved and cricket continues here at SUNY Purchase.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the ball is back with Bilal Zulfikar. 1 ball remaining in over number 3. Santi Santos, the man on strike. And he gets a good one that he's punching away. And well stopped at backward point. But can't stop one. Santi will keep strike when the over turns. 14 off the over. 3 gone. 28 for 1. So the Carolina Eagles have elected to put Santi to bat at number 3. Santi has done quite well supporting the middle order for the Carolina Eagles throughout the season. Had a really good outing last time out when the Carolina Eagles would have played against the Maryland Mavericks in a rain-shortened matchup. Santi came in, faced 9 balls, smashed his way to 30 in those 9 deliveries. Struck 4 CBTF maximums on his way as the Carolina Eagles romped to an 8-wicket win over the Maryland Mavericks. And they were in a run chase of epic proportions, but made it look very simple in the end, as Paralon will start with a wide here. And so his struggles continue. We have seen already from Paralon, he is in his first over conceded. In fact, that actually is his first extra that he's conceded. The extras have really come from Bilal Zulfikar. Gets a ball that's keeping low, and good adjustment by Santi Santos to get the bat down in time. And again, that's the benefit of playing straight, keeping a straight bat on the surface. Sometimes the ball does not come up pitched on a length, and so batsmen will have to be wary of that odd ball that will keep low. This time he's working this one away into the onside, and they scamper through for an easy single. So that will bring Sakib back onto strike. He is on 16, has faced just 9 balls so far, and striking it at 178 at the moment. So a very productive strike rate for Santi Santos. Gets a good ball, slower one, and has Sakib dancing. In the end, fortunate not to nick one off to the keeper. And we have seen a really good effort so far from Sakib Jut, as again a couple of 6s in his innings, but he can light up the scoreboard when he gets going, and he gets another one. He's hitting it well into the deep, gone for another CBTF maximum, and so a clean strike from Sakib. You see it here, just short, asking to be hammered, and Sakib obliges, smashing it out of the ground. And again, now it will require an inspection from umpire Irfan Saeed, and he seems to be satisfied now that that ball is okay to be continued. And so 36 for 1 the total. I think. And let's see what might have happened there. As ball pitched into the surface. Sakib was on the back foot looking to pull. And now Santi comes down and has a word. But very fortunate. And the umpire goes down and actually checks the helmet as the ball looked like it came off the bat and then onto the helmet. And then was in the air for some time. Did land in an area where there were no fielders, so fortunate in that sense. And he lives to fight another day. 1 ball remaining here in over number 4. And Santi, and rather Jamil Paralon, will continue to Sakib. Oh, teeing off here, and the anger perhaps, saying take that. So he goes big, goes over, long on and gone. Saqib Jut with a big strike to end over number 4. 14 from it. It's 42 for 1 after 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 42 then, the total on the board. Carolina Eagles have started well here, going at just under 10 and over, under 11 and over. And we've seen Saqib come to the party. 3-4 CBTF maximums already in his innings, 28 from 13. So he's slogging it quite effectively here at the moment. And Jamel, his 2 overs have cost him 22 runs. And the last one was 14. And so a new bowler has been introduced here. It looks like Ali Umair Anjum has been given a ball. So he will continue the attack to Santi Santosh. Will be the man on strike. Santi. Santi on 7. We have surveys the outfield here at SUNY Purchase. So he'll be introduced for the first time. The third bowler to be used here, Ali Anjum. Ambles up to the wicket. First ball is driven powerfully through the offside. This will be 4. Glorious looking shot through the offside. Full straight pitched up, and you see it here just leaning over, transferring his weight quite elegantly. And just punching this one up through the offside, vacant. Deep extra cover. Collects 4 for the effort. Pushes the Carolina Eagles total closer to that first milestone. 46 on the board. Santi goes into double figures. And he is a good striker of the ball. Clean striker, ball beater. And here is Anjum again. And this time this is taking a thick outside edge. Will run away for 4 more, up and over. And so Santi wasting no time here to take the attack to Anjum. Consecutive boundaries brings up to 50. 50 comes up inside the first 5 overs. And so the Carolina Eagles are starting to put the pedal to the metal, as they say, as they have pushed ahead here with some good ball striking from Saqib, and now Santi getting into the act. So Parillon Anjum under pressure. Sends through what will probably be extras as this is running down towards the third man region. And the keeper running all the way back. It will be wides. So a couple of wides added here will help the Carolina Eagles cause. Keeper had to run a long way back, side Haider, or Haider Ali, and was not able to prevent the batters from picking up an extra run. So Anjum, this one driven back and past him this time. So not able to field his own bowling. Halfway through over number 5. 11 already conceded in the over. And so this is setting up to be another big over for the Carolina Eagles as they've taken full advantage here of this power play. Going at just under 12 and over at the moment. Big hit. This is going to go up, over, gone for a CBTF maximum. And that will take Santi into the 20s. And the total already up to 59. And Carolina Eagles taking a liking to the bowling here off Ali Anjum. Already 17 off this over. And that's coupled with 14 off the over from Jamel Parlon, the over prior to this one. And then we saw another 14 run over from Bilal Zulfikar, the over before that. And so these last 3 overs have been quite productive for the Carolina Eagles. Pressure here on Ali Umair Anjum. What can he do now? Not much more. This is going to go for 6 more. Off the wall in the distance. Gone for another CBTF maximum. And Santi on the go now, on the charge. Already up to 27 from 10. 23 off the over so far, with 1 ball remaining. And Ali Umair Anjum taking a beating here at SUNY Purchase. And so now the umpires will have a look at the ball and to see if it's worthy to be continued, for the use of it to continue. They may be in need of a replacement as a new ball, as the Santi Santos and Sakib Jutt has beaten this ball into submission. And will they offer a brand new ball, or will it be a replacement of the ball that had been in use? And so it looks like they're going to get a brand new ball, potentially. As Rinku in the 3rd umpire's chair today. And so he goes out with the replacement. And we'll be interested to hear his take on what has happened to the ball. And it looks like it's sustained quite a bit of damage, actually, from being smashed against the wall. And so this ball, it's looked very scuffed at this point. It's only been in use for 5 overs and has taken quite a beating by these two. Sakib on 29, Santi on 27. Sakib has hit it only 14 times he has struck it, at least in terms of deliveries faced. And Santi has faced only 10 deliveries, and already partnership of 50 plus, 51 partnership between these two. So they have traveled there. They've beaten it 51 from 17. They've really taken full advantage of this power play. Here is Anjum with the last delivery of over number 5. Another big one. Gone again for another maximum. And how many more balls will we have here as this one goes into the parking lot? Another maximum to close out the over. 29 runs from it. It's 71 for 1 after 5.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the new bowler, a new bowler has been introduced here, the fourth to be used this morning in the power play. And so it's Masood Haq that's been given the ball. And he comes in after seeing Bilal Zulfikar go 2 over 1 for 20. Jamel Paralon go 2 overs, none for 22. Ali Umair Anjum go 1 over for 29. And now Masood has been introduced here to see if he can stem the flow of runs and slow the tide here. That seems to be turning in favor of the Carolina Eagles, or perhaps may have even turned in the Eagles' favor at this juncture. So Masood, first slow bowler to be introduced here for the morning. And so he'll come over the wicket to Saqib Jut. Jut on 29 has faced just 14 balls. Both of these batters are striking it at an enormous strike rate. 300 strike rate for Santi Santos. And a 207 strike rate for Saqib. And both have been very effective. Just pummeling on the ball all over the lot here at SUNY Purchase. A blistering start for the Carolina Eagles. They're going at roughly 14 and over at the moment. On course for a total projected score of 236, which would be the record. And the record held by Maryland Mavericks, which it would tie that record. And so, good start here so far from Masood. A couple of dots to open his bowling account. Saqib Jut just biding his time, I'm sure, as he's often not inclined to be tied down for long. And so he's now taken 3 dots to start. And so credits to Masood. And now he is making some adjustment to the field, moving Ali Anjum into the mid-off position, and then moving Bilal into the long-on position. So swapping mid-on for long-on. And a swing and a miss. Ball outside the off stump. And so good over this from Masood Haq after the carnage that we saw in the previous over. Has really come back well here to pull things all the way back, at least from a run scoring standpoint. And another delivery that's striking the batter on the pad this time and just going up into the third man region. So 5 deliveries with for no score, Masood. And so what a quality over this has been. Let's see if he can finish it off well with a maiden. And he does so as it's punched up into the offside. Maiden over from Masood Haq. The power play comes to an end. It's 71 for 1 after 6.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारी ट्रीट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है.
रखो. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3-minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3-minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
So a new bowler being introduced here as another slow bowler, and we get the signal from umpire Ray that the power play is concluded. And so it's Salil Yadav. And so back to this quick stuff, it looks like. And Salil comes back here. He'll be bowling to Santi. Santi on fire, 33 from 11 balls. And we're making the point off camera during the break that we saw Santi Santos having one Badam drink a week ago, and he has been on fire since. Not only he scored 30 from 9 balls in that match last week against in the Carolina's Eagles matchup that was against the Maryland Mavericks, and he's come right back here and has really punished the bowling. And so already he's struck 3 6s today, coupled with 3 4s. Gets a slow ball that's going to be wide. So an inauspicious start here for Salil. So while he's taken quite a few strides for his run-up, actually a slow bowler coming over the wicket. Here he is, just ambling, and lobs it up, and this time it's tugged into the onside, so Santi doesn't get to the pitch of the ball, and Bilal runs in from long on to clean up. Saqib back onto strike, and now the field rightly has been spread, and this one is hit through the offside. Can Cover come around to save it? No, he can't, and so hammered by Saqib. Just a short ball outside the off stump, hitting on the up there. You see it going through the offside, really traveling across the surface. And the fielder running across, trying to get a boot to it. Not able to get there. It might have been Jamel Paralon. And it beat him into the boundary. And now it's gone into the bushes. And so we could have a little bit of a delay here. So we'll take a pause and return when cricket does so here at SUNY Purchase.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the ball is back with Salil. And he promptly resumes by sending through another wide. So another big over probably in the offing here for the Carolina Eagles. Ball skidding on to Saqib. Does well to dig that one out as a flighted delivery, and just by the reaction of Saqib, looked like he might have been surprised at how quickly the ball came onto him once it landed on the surface. Couple of balls remaining in over number 7. Good start here for the Carolina Eagles. 222 the projected score based on the app projection. This one is punched away again through the offside, man up in the deep, and does well. Keep the batters planted. And so after a very shaky start from Salil, he has come back with 3 consecutive dots here. Can he get out of this over without any further damage? Looks like he will. This one punched up into the offside, and so 4 dots to close it. Over ends 7 from it. It's 78 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है, तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Masood to continue. His first over was a maiden. Santi Santos, the man on strike. So really good start here for Masood. 7 consecutive balls without conceding a run. All that has changed. One swing of the blade and it's gone. Another maximum. CBTF maximum to Santi Santos. Takes him up to 40. And the score up to 84. What a strike. You see it here. Again, hitting through the line, hitting down the ground. A benefit for the batters that have managed to amass a good amount of runs here in phase 2, really through phase 1 and 2. And Santi Santos looks like he's on his way to a half century here. At least he's 4/5 of the way to it. 40 striking, 40 from 14, striking it at 286. So smashing it all about. Santi Santos. And Saqib Jutt, who opened the innings, 33 from 25. So another ball here being looked at by the umpires, trying to make a determination if that ball may need a replacement. And now satisfied that it's okay to continue. So Masood now sees that Santi Santos means business. What does he do here? Comes back, another one in the air, out of real estate, and gone for another maximum consecutive sixes. Bilal, for a moment, looked up, thought he had a play. And then you see it here, quickly ran out of real estate. That one was up and over. And only the man on the roller skates in the back trying to help the situation. As another maximum. Santi up to 46. Just 15 balls. And my word, he has been striking it really well. Still hitting it, striking at over 300. And so Santi Santos on the go, and the ball still yet to be returned. It's gone a long way in the distance. And finally, a fielder comes running back with it. But it's once it lands on in the parking lot, it's like a tarmac, asphalted area, and so it runs a long way back from where it lands. And so umpire Irfan Syed will have a look at the ball here just to make sure that it's okay for it to continue. We've seen one ball already replaced after being beaten into a position. It's damaged so badly that the umpire decided that it wasn't okay to continue with it. And now they have looked at it a couple of times. Seemingly now they're satisfied that it's okay to go. 90 for 1. Halfway through over number 8. It's been all Carolina Eagles so far. They're going at just about 12 and over. Oh, hit in the air, in the deep. Man comes around. Does he have a play? No, he doesn't. Into the gap, and it's gone away for 4. So that will be 50 for Santi Santos, and 50 comes up from 16 balls, and he has struck it. He's been at the wicket for just 35 minutes, have struck it at 313 strike rate. 5 CBTF maximums, 4 fours. Santi Santos on the go. And what a brilliant half century that was. And this one hit well. Back to Masood. And takes a hand just to stop it momentarily. And so single end to Santi, gets him off strike, turns the strike over to Saqib. Saqib on 33. Hit well through the offside. Protection in the deep. And out there, I believe it's Jamel Paralon. And so that will close out the over. 18 from it. It's 96 for 1 after 8.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Salil to continue. The 16 ball 50 from Santi Santos. We believe maybe the fastest 50 to be scored in the USPL. And he smashed it all about 5 CBTF maximums splintered throughout. So Salil starts with a ball that's just lobbed up there, and Saqib does the right thing, turns the strike over to Santi. And one swing of the blade could bring up the 100 here for the Carolina Eagles. 83-run partnership this, and it's come in very quick time. 83 from just 37 balls. And so they've smashed it really, really all around the ground. Oh, in the air. And this one could be going out of the area. That will bring up the 100 for the Carolina Eagles. And Santi Santos really smashing it. That's the 6th CBTF maximum so far. 100 comes up in over number 9. So Santi Santos making light work of this bowling attack and really taking a liking to all the bowlers that have been put forward so far. Ali Umair just bowled 6 balls. They went for 29 total. Masood Hakim bowled a maiden over, and then his next over went for 18. And then now Salil Yadav, his first over was fairly respectable actually. His first over cost him just 7, but this one already 8 from it, and he's only halfway through. Could be in store for some more punishment here. And this time a good ball, and one of the few dots we've seen since the Masood Haq maiden. So now 104 on the board. Partnership of 90, 68 balls remain, or 11 overs after this one. The Carolina Eagles still going at 12 and over. And so on course for a total to be well in excess of 200, unless the Hawks can do something to pull this one back. Umpire Ray just kind of holding the proceedings for the moment until the batter is ready. He is now. And so Saqib on the back foot, punching this one up to Paralon at deep extra cover. So he will take one and bring Santi back onto strike. It's been a marvelous innings so far from Santi Santos. Has really smashed it all parts of the venue here at SUNY Purchase. And turns it into the onside. He'll keep strike. When the over turns, it's 10 from the over, 9 gone, 106 for 1.
ओपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the captain takes the ball, Bayezid Siddiqui. Starts with a good ball outside the off stump. And looking at Santi's innings, that's the fourth dot that he's faced in his innings so far. So he's faced 21 balls in total and has scored from 17 of them. Oh, hit this well into the gap and comes around well at mid-wicket. Does save a boundary there. And so 1 to Santi. Ball was hit firmly. The fielder had to run a long way. In the end, was able to just pull it in just inside the boundary and in front of the media center. And so 107 then the total. Bayezid Siddiqui now bowling to Saqib. And Saqib is punching this one up to backward point. So a good start here for the captain. When you want the job done, sometimes you might have to do it yourself. And Bayezid Siddiqui has put his hand up here, has taken the ball, looking to stem the flow of runs. Good full ball, hit well, up to long off. And only a single, so this a good over. Again, after the carnage we've seen over the last several overs, when you have an over where 4 balls have been bowled and none have gone for a boundary, if you're the Washington Seattle Hawks, you'll take that any day of the week. And this time it's punched away into the gap. This will be a 4. So after all that good work, Santi Santos takes advantage of a loosener outside the off stump. Loose delivery, short and on the up, just punched it into the gap, perfectly placed. And it raced away across the surface. And so Santi continues to plunder the bowling here. 1 ball remaining in over number 10. And so we're just about at the halfway point of the innings. 112 already on the board. And so even if the Carolina Eagles should get 100 from the second 10, they would have a total in excess of 200 as the over comes to a close. 6 runs from it. Halfway point, it's 112 for 1.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So Salil continues. Saqib on strike. He's on 37. Balls faced are suddenly starting to catch up with Sakib, as he has joined many of us who are mere spectators here watching the Santi Santos show. And so he has been content to just rotate the strike for the most part. Does so here again, just turns the strike over, and then gets to take a front row seat to watch Santi Santos work. And what a job it's been for Santi Santos so far. He has smashed 6 CBTF maximums and 5 fours from just 24 balls on his way to 64. And perhaps looking for a 3-figure mark. Here is Salil. This is well driven down the ground towards long off. And they scamper through again for an easy single this time. That's Bilal, the man out in the deep at long off. Here is Salil. Hit well into the gap. And around comes long on. Keeps them to just 1. "57 balls remain, or 9 overs after this one. It's been all Carolina Eagles so far. 100-run partnership between these two. And ball outside the off stump. And for a moment, Santi Santos had an inkling of going over the top, and then deciding against it at the last minute. Thought perhaps it may have been a tad bit wide. This time he works this one on the inside towards the mid-wicket region for another single, his 66th run. And so a partnership of 102 from 53 balls. Santos has contributed 70, or has been on strike for 70 of those 102 runs. 32 contributed by Sakib. And a swing and a miss to close out the over. One of the best overs we've seen from Salil Yadav. Just 4 runs from it. It's 116 for 1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So, Bayzid Siddiqui to continue.
What's up, Jay? Where's the king? King in New York. Look who's here.
As Santi on 66, 27 balls faced so far. So here is Bayzid. And now retaking his guard, or his run-up, remarking the run-up, and will operate then to Santi. 10.6 the current going rate. Here is Bayzid. Hit well into the onside. Long on comes around, does well, as the ball took a very awkward bounce And the fielder doing well just to extend to keep that one in play. Otherwise, Santi would have been Scamper would have taken his tally into the 70s. And this one cut away, beats backward point and runs away for another boundary here. And so Sakib gets into the 40s now, as he's up to 43. And the Santi Sakib show continues. The SS train rolls on. And what a partnership this has been. They came together with the score just at 14. And that was in over number 2. And since then they've batted for almost 10 overs. And have put up more than 107 over that time frame. So another single here. They keep just turning the strike over when the balls aren't flying out of the ground for CBTF maximums. They have turned the strike over with consistency and regularity, and really have put the Hawks under pressure. Hit down the ground, can't save it. 4 more to Santi. Now he does go into the 70s and takes the total up to 126 in the process. So Santi Santosh, what an innings he has played. And could we be seeing another 3-figure score here at SUNY Purchase? We have only seen so far in phase 2, we've only seen 3 centuries so far in phase 2, all scored, I believe, on day 1. Now that I think of it, Praneeth Nemarugomala with 105, Vandit Prajapati 108, Trevon Griffith with 119, and those have been the only centuries scored in phase 2 so far. Could we be seeing another? Santi Santosh has certainly positioned himself to be within striking range of getting to that landmark. We've seen in phase 2 a 93 from Javane Thomas as the 4th highest score. So Trevon Griffith's 119, Prajapati's 108, Praneeth's 105, Javane Thomas got 93, Varun Samaru got 78, Rohit Sawardekar's 77, and Sachin Sicharan with 76, and Ranok Sharma with 73. This one hit well in the deep. Man looks up, watches it go over, gone for another maximum, and so Santi on the go, and he goes now up to takes his tally now up to where he should be in the top 10 of highest scorers in phase 2. We've seen a couple of big strikes, and that one ends the over. 16 from it. It's 132 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Kashif Udin has been given the ball. he becomes the 7th bowler used by the Washington Hawks. So he comes in through and around. We'll get a leg by here. So Santi tied now with the 6th highest score in phase 2. He's on 77. Rohit Sawadekar of the Maryland Mavericks also would have posted 77. If he should pick up at least one more run, he would, or if he should pick up 2 more runs, he would move past Varun Samaru of the Pennsylvania Cavaliers into the 4th spot, or into the 5th spot actually. Oh, down the leg side will be a wide. And a big miss off his line by Kashif Udin. So Kashif coming through and around. Oh, full toss, hit into the deep. Man at backward square, but watches it go over. Another maximum for Santi Santosh is his 8th CBTF maximum. And so now he goes into the 80s. And this actually will put him then into the 5th spot, 5th highest individual total in this phase 2 of the US Premier League. And if we should look at of all time, it would put him in the 7th spot, tied with Rajdeep Darbar of the Carolina Eagles as well. Rajdeep not playing in this matchup, but if he should score one more run, it would move him to the 7th highest individual score of all time in the USPL. And if he makes 100 here, he would become only the 5th Centurion in USPL history. And so not an easy feat, but he is on course. Is Santi Santosh gets a good ball that he's hitting well, and half stop by Kashif Udin, and will pick up a single, gets himself off strike. So Santi's march up that individual score table continues. Saqib Jutt now back on strike. Saqib on 44. Gets a good ball, turns over the strike straight away. A slower ball. And so this partnership, a really good one. Santi on the charge for the most part. Saqib just holding one end and rotating the strike, turning things over, using his immense experience to effectively be a sheet anchor. 128 run partnership. Flighted, hit well, down the ground, man in the deep. Can he get there? He can't. 4 more to Santi, takes him up to 88. And the Santi Santos show rolls on as 146 on the board now. And so the Carolina Eagles inch closer to that 3rd milestone as a team. They're within 4 runs of crossing the 150 mark. And what a partnership this has been. They came together with the score at just 14. And they have really taken the attack to the Washington Hawks bowlers. Have smashed it to all parts of the ground, particularly Santi Santos. Here is Kashif Udin, flighted and defended back along the track. The over comes to an end, 14 from it. And so with 13 gone, it's 146 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Masood comes back into the attack. 2 overs, 1 maiden, none for 18. And to put that in context, Masood's first over was a maiden. So swing and a miss from Saqib. So Saqib looking to get to his landmark at one swing of the blade. Good couple of deliveries to start from Masood. And we've seen this before from Masood, where he'll put together one really good over and then comes back in an over where he's carted all around the lot. And this time he is being played up off the square for a single. And so rotating the strike is Saqib. Brings Santi back onto strike. He's on 88 from just 35 balls. And he's punching this one up into the gap at deep extra cover. Man fielding out there comes around, does well. Keep the ball in the field of play. That inches the Carolina Eagles total closer to that 150 mark. 38 balls will remain after this, so they're on course even if they go run a ball for a total in the range of about 190. This one is hit well. This time square off the wicket. Through the gap. Perfectly placed. And doesn't go all the way, but was well struck. It's traveling for a moment and pulled back, or stops just inside that cover point boundary. So Saqib up to 47. He is off strike for the moment. Santi back to the scene of the crime. 1 ball remaining in over 14, and that will close out the over. One of the better overs we've seen from Masood, and only 3 runs from it. It's 14 gone, 149 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So this one hit down the ground towards Jamel Paralan, and so that's the 48th run for Saqib. And it brings up the 150. 150 comes up in from the first delivery in over number 15. It brings Santi back onto strike here. Kashif Uddin. First over cost him 13 runs. Oh, hit well through the onside, gone for a maximum. And that's 6 more to Santi, takes him up to 95. And so perhaps one swing away from becoming the 4th Centurion in phase 2. Has gone past Javane Thomas into the 4th spot for the highest individual score Thomas would have scored 93. So here is Santi, flighted, and he's hitting this one down the ground well into the gap, coming around, can't get there. That's 4 more. That will take him up to 99. And so Santi 1 run away from what would be a remarkable innings. One of the best that we would have seen. It was chance. It's been chanceless. And not only that, this could be the fastest 100 we would have seen in the US Premier League. Santi Santos on the verge of history. 160 for 1. Kashif Uddin. And Haider Ali making some adjustments in the offside. Here is the delivery. Santi is swinging and missing. Ball outside the off stump. And the score remains at 160. .40 balls faced so far. He goes big in the air, man in the deep, won't get there. That's 100 for Santi Santos. And what a innings it's been. The 100 comes up in, he is batted for just about 67 minutes, has struck it at 244 strike rate, 9 CBTF maximums, 8 fours, a brilliant, remarkable century from a remarkable player. Santi Santos, son, take a bow. So Sakib now back onto strike. The over comes to an end. 12 runs from it. It's 161 for 1.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ हाँ हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का.
So we're back for the Fast Five, the final 5 overs of the innings here for the Carolina Eagles, a partnership of 147 between Santi Santos, who is sitting on an even 100, and Sakib Jutt, who has posted 48. Masood, this one is hit in the air towards the mid-wicket region. Jamel Paralon comes around, and the batter scampered through for 1. That's all that's on offer. So 162. Sakib still hanging around trying to get his own personal landmark. 48 from 44, has had to play second fiddle to a brilliant innings. He hits this one well up into the gap. It goes through. This one will bring up 50 for Sakib Jutt. And it's gone away. He is congratulated by his teammate Santi Santos. It brings up the 150 partnership between these two. And so it's a landmark on many fronts. 52 coming from 45 balls. He's batted for 83 minutes, 116 strike rate, 4 CBTF maximums, and 3 fours. So rotates the strike straight away, brings Santi back onto strike. Santi now has to be eyeing the 119 from Trevon Griffith. That's the highest individual score in USPL history. And Trevon would have scored that from in fact, we'll get you his strike rate to So would have scored his 119, had 12 sixes in it. Will give you the number of deliveries faced.
Well done, well done, well done.
So Sakib takes another single. Down the track goes Sakib. It's in the air and gone into the trees and back. And what a strike. And so Sakib now on the charge. He takes his tally up to 59 and the score up to 174 with a 1 ball remaining here in over number 16. And what a event it's been. In fact, the over comes to an end. And so it's 174 for 1 after 16.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with 4 overs remaining, and the Carolina Eagles are really streaking away from the Seattle Hawks here. They are going at just under 11 and over, 10.9 the current run rate. A new bowler has been introduced. Saad Awan comes into the attack. And so Saad will operate to Santi Santos. Santi on 102. And we were going to check the Pennsylvania Cavaliers when they made 229 against the New Jersey Titans. A brilliant 100 was struck by Trevon Griffith, and in that innings, Griffith, his 100 came off 53 balls. 119 from 53 balls. And so we're going to try to figure out how many it took him to actually get to the 100, as Sadawan starts with a dot. 41 ball 100 for Santi Santos. May be in contention for the fastest 100. And this one outside the off stump, and it will be a wide. So 23 balls remaining in the innings for the Carolina Eagles. They have come under a lot of pressure from just the amazing batting effort of Santi Santos and Sakib Jutt. And this will be another wide perhaps. We get confirmation now that it is. So Sadawan, after that first delivery, has lost the plot here in the next 2. So Santi Santos gets one outside the off stump, and now they're going to scamper through for 1, as this will be another wide. We get the confirmation now. So struggles of Sadawan continues, and more importantly, Sakib Jutt still hanging around. He's on 59 from 47. Has been a good effort, but overshadowed by the 100 from Santi Santos. A swing and a miss this time. So now 22 balls remain. 178 for 1. Carolina Eagles mauling the Washington Seattle Hawks. And this one is hit well. This is gone. Another CBTF maximum into the parking lot area. And Saqib goes into the 60s and takes his team into the 180s. So what a display it's been. 170 run partnership. And it's 170 from just 87 balls. 111 contributed by Santi Santos, 59 by Saqib. And the ball is observed by umpire Ray. And now back with Sadawan. Still has 3 balls to go. He has bowled 6 deliveries so far. Only 3 of them have been legal. And this is hit well in the air, running up towards the extra cover region. Masood Haq is there. And a strong throw keeps the batters to just 1. So now Santi back on to strike. 102 to him from 45 balls. And this is punched away to the left of the man diving away at cover point. And the batters do scamper through for 1. And so 1 ball remain in over number 17. Santi Santos has played a brilliant hand. Saqib Jutt has supported well, 66 to him. Full toss, hit down the ground, protection there at long off, and so Saqib will keep the strike when the over turns. 13 off the over, 17 gone. It's Carolina Eagles 186 for 1. Baizid Siddiqui comes back, and his first ball is overrun by Jamel Paralon. And Saqib will continue to push on. He goes up into the 70s now. And as we've been talking about the exploits of Santi Santos, can Saqib actually get to a 3-figure mark here? He's 29 runs away. And there's 17 balls remain. There are 17 balls remaining. We know he can strike them. He's struck 6 CBTF maximums. If he should latch on to a few more, he could be on his way. Now instead, ball is in the air and the catch goes up. The partnership comes to an end. 177-run partnership. Saqib goes for a well-made 71. And so it's the number 88, the man there who comes down with it. That's Kashif Uddin, who takes the catch. And so the wicket falls. Finally, it breaks the 172-run partnership. It's 191 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Sachin Sicharan walks to the middle and replaces Saqib Jut, who played a brilliant hand. 71 from 53, 6 CBTF maximums and 4 fours in his innings. As he has been brilliant. He was brilliant in supporting Santi Santosh as they put together a 177-run partnership. Brilliant, brilliant indeed for the Carolina Eagles, and they're in a strong position here at 191 for 2 with 16 balls remaining. And so Baizid Siddiqui, one of the few wicket takers on the day. Bilal Zulfikar the other. Zulfikar 2 overs, 1 for 20, 1 for 20, 1 for 20. And Siddiqui 2.2, 1 for 26. So here he is to continue. And he sends through a good one. Punch down the ground towards Jamel Paralon. So that moves the total then up to 192. And so now 15 balls remain. Sachin Sicharan, we know he's a clean ball striker as well. He can strike them. And he comes in here to push this Carolina Eagles total towards a stratosphere that perhaps we've never seen. 236 is the record posted by the Maryland Mavericks in earlier this season in phase 2. And this one is tugged into the onside, so Sachin is away with a single as the ball just going up into the deep towards Salil Yadav. So 14 balls remain. Santi Santosh back on strike. And it's been given. So Santi Santosh trying to improvise, trying to look for a shot that may not have been there. And so it gives it away in the end. It's 104 to him. He goes. It's now 193 for 3. A double strike by Baizid Siddiqui here in over number 18.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Ikwe. So Ikwe Craig comes to the middle. And he replaces Santi Santos, who played a brilliant hand, 104 from 48 balls, 9 towering CBTF maximums to go along with 8 fours. And he smashed his way really to a brilliant 100. The fourth of the phase 2 season, and only Trevon Griffith, Praneeth Nemaru Gomala, and we also had one from Vandit Prajapati. Trevon Griffith, Praneeth, and Vandit, those have been the only 3 until Santi Santosh latched on to add his name to that lofty list. 1 ball remaining here in over number 18. And it's a good one. Right in the block hole. Ikwe Craig defends. That's the end of the over. A good one from Baizid Siddiqui. 6 runs coming from it, plus the 2 wickets. It's a 193 for 3 after 18.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारी ट्रीट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast. इंडिया का breakfast.
So Salil Yadav has come back into the attack. His 3 overs cost him 21 runs. So 2 brand new batters out in the middle now. Ikwe Craig and Sachin Sitran. And so the question is, with 12 balls remaining, how many more can the Washington Hawks add, and rather the Carolina Eagles add? And for the Washington Hawks, the question is, how many can they restrict this Carolina Eagles to? Can they keep this total somewhere around 205, 200, 205, which would put their asking rate at effectively 10 and over? Not an easy chase. We saw a team fall apart just yesterday, chasing 10 and over. This one hit in the air towards the deep. Should be out. Masood takes the catch. And that's the end of Sachin. He falls cheaply today. And so early strike here for Salil Yadav. And so the Washington Hawks trying to fight themselves back into finishing with a momentum as Masood takes a nice catch in the deep. 193 for 4.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Christopher Ramsaran, the new batsman who comes to the middle, he stands at the non-striker's end for the moment. Ikwe Craig on strike now. Craig yet to get off the mark, has faced just 1 ball so far. 11 deliveries remaining in the innings here for the Carolina Eagles. So Salil Yadav would have picked up his first wicket on the previous delivery. And mistimed by Ikwe, but he gets off the mark as the ball just pushes up to the offside. It brings Christopher Ramsaran onto strike. Interesting matchup this between Christopher and Salil. Salil is going totally pace off. The arm comes over, but the ball just floats out of his hand. So if you're not watching the delivery carefully, that's how he has been able to deceive many a batter, including Sachin Sitran. This time it's a quicker delivery. He's off and running, and was Ikwe Craig in the end. Just getting back. The throw wasn't great, and nor was it well backed up, as Salil Yadav had run away from the stumps at the non-striker's end. And here, this one is swung into the deep. Man comes around, can't make it into a catch. But in the end, Christopher Ramsaran gets away with a single. So now just 8 balls remaining in this Carolina Eagles innings, an innings that was spurred by the brilliance of Santi Santosh and Saqib Jut. Santosh and Jut sharing in a partnership of 177 from 92 balls. And a good over this from Salil with 1 ball remaining. So he'll finish his spell here can he finish on a high note? Just 2 runs in the over so far. Ikwe Craig, the man on strike. And he will, as the ball does elude him, goes down to Paralon at long on. And so Salil finishes with 3 in the over, finishes his spell at 4 overs, 1 for 24. And so with 19 gone, last over to come, it's 196 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Bayezid Siddiqui will finish this spell here, 2 for 28 from 3. And so Ikwe Craig will be the man on strike. And he goes down the ground towards Jamel Paralon. And they take 1, that's all they'll get. Ramsaran will come back onto strike here. So 197 then the total. 10 and over will effectively be the chase here for the Washington-Seattle Hawks. And question is, can they keep it to an even 10 or less? Or will it be a little more than 10? But 10 or thereabouts should be the equation, irrespective of what happens with these 5 deliveries. And this one is hit well, again up towards Jamel Paralon. At long on, he comes up gunning and gets the throw back to the non-striker's end, not collected. And in the end, bit of a cleanup work there. But single is taken. Ali Omer Anjum doing the cleanup. Four balls to go. The captain, Bayezid Siddiqui. Swing and a miss. And so good over this one as well. So 198 for 4. With 3 balls remaining, can the Washington Hawks restrict the Carolina Eagles to 200 or less? Which would put their asking rate at 10 and an even 10 or less. It's up to the captain, Bayezid Siddiqui, if they can get there. In the air towards mid-wicket, they can't. It's gone for a CBTF maximum. Ikwe Craig brings up to 200 for the Carolina Eagles. It's now 204 for 4. Short pitch delivery. Ikwe Craig climbs all over it, smashes it out of the playing area. 2 balls remain. Craig goes again. This time the man comes in and can't get there. Badly misjudged by Bilal, I think it is. And it's gone into the boundary. Gone for 4. So a couple of big strikes. Bilal was charging in and couldn't convert the chance into a wicket. And so 208 then the total. Can Bayezid keep this one in the park? He may not be able to. Gone for another boundary. And that will close it out. So 3 big strikes from Ikwe Craig. He comes in with a cameo, 14, in fact 17 from 9 balls for Ikwe Craig. The over comes to an end, 16 from it. It's 212 for 4. 212 for 4. The Carolina Eagles end their innings. And so we'll pause, come back on the other side of the break for some player reactions, and then we'll get ready for the run chase where the Carolina Eagles will defend 212, and so in response the Washington Hawks will need 213 from 120 balls at an asking rate of 10.65. 10.65 they ask, 213 to get from 120 balls. So we'll pause and return on the other side of the break.
Hello, this is very good innings from Carolina Eagles. Santi Santosh had scored 104 of 48 deliveries and Saqib Judd 71 of 53 deliveries. So great job, guys. Saqib, what were you guys thinking when you opened the innings? Was the batting too easy for you guys, or you actually applied your natural game?
No, we was trying to play 20 overs because it's the first time we batting first. So the guy got out earlier in the first over, so I was trying to go a little bit further. And then Sandy Bay came and he pushing me like, go for 20 overs, we gotta stick to it. So just stay with the plan, 5-10 overs and it's fine. If you lose some balls, it's good. But it's fine, just go for it. So that was it.
Excellent. And Santi, when you were playing today, you scored not only one of the fastest centuries we have seen at USPL, but you looked really at ease. What was the reason?
See, when someone like Natty and Saqib have been doing the job for the team for all these games so far in the phase 2, somebody has to rise up to the occasion. And the way, I think more than the individual scores, the partnership, I always tell my friends and players that it's not chess to execute and demonstrate individual brilliance, it's all about partnership. So when you're standing at the non-striker end, are you observing, are you doing the right judgment and observation, passing on the information, feedback inputs to the batsman, the striker? And then that's how you have each other's back and keep going. So I think that's what we wanted to make sure each game, and we planned for this. We knew we would get an opportunity to bat first in the leagues before we touchwood hopefully get into the knockouts. So we were mentally prepared and we simulated well in our mind. So
very good. And Saqib, one last question for you, and then I'll come back to Santi. When the first wicket got out and you guys were actually playing in the middle, did you feel any pressure that maybe we will probably lose wickets, so we just need to stay and build partnership? Or were you thinking to attack right away?
No, I was not looking for attack today. Because it happens to me last 3 games like getting out quickly. So I was like, I lost my partner in the first over. So I was like, let me just go a little bit, deep. And there was no pressure. Because when Sandy came and he had like 25 or 30 runs in the first over, I'll be like calm. So I was like, it's fine now, I'll play a little bit, I'll take my time. And Sandy Bhai just pushed me so much, he gave me confidence, just go, take a little bit of time and score big. So I was like, okay, so I was taking the time.
Excellent. And Santi, one last question for you. Before you get your badam milk being thrown at you as a great innings comes to an end. From your perspective, this is a good preparation as you guys move towards playoff. How are you looking at batting first, scoring big? What's the team's real reaction towards this preparation?
Sure. No, that's a wonderful question. See, if you see the way the Carolina Eagles kick-started their campaign for Phase 2, we were slow off the blocks, but then steadily, progressively started building momentum. And as we move to the last game after this, hopefully we have put a decent score on the board for our bowlers to execute the plan properly and get the game in. And with this, I think our morale should be really pumped up for the knockouts.
Great innings, guys, and all the best for the remainder.
One more thing. Yes. To all my friends who've been supporting me from back in India and Pakistan and here locally in US, Pittsburgh, guys, age is just a number. Thank you.
It's an excellent score by Carolina Eagles. They are defending 212, and we'll be back after the break.
So the umpires retake the field. Umpire Philip Ray and Irfan Syed walk to the middle. The news is that the Washington Seattle Hawks will need to score 213 runs in 120 deliveries at an asking rate of 10.65. 10.65. And so it won't be an easy task against a Carolina Eagles team that are looking to get to the top of the table here, or get closer to the top of the table. They're currently 3-2, looking to go to 4-2, which would keep them one place behind the New Jersey Titans, who are at 5-1. The Pennsylvania Cavaliers, who are up next, they are unbeaten at 5-0. So the Cavaliers will take on the Gothams for the final game in round 6. Of the USPL. So the teams, you see the captains there, Anand Churi and Bazid Siddiqui. And now the Carolina Eagles team will take the field. They have done tremendously well to post 212. And so we wait here for them. You see the umpires there on screen, Umpire Ray and Umpire Syed. The title sponsor, CBTF Speed News, cbtfspeednews.com, the fastest cricket news in the world. So we invite you to visit cbtfspeednews.com. As Umpire Irfan Syed, standing in the background, the man in the foreground is Umpire Philip Ray out of Jamaica. So now you see the Carolina Eagles, Rushikesh Amin and his guys on screen there. We'll see the likes. You'll see the likes of Ravish Kanchi, Anand Churi, the captain, Anis Ahmed, Sachin Sicharan in the midst, Sakib Jutt, who had a tremendous day with the bat, and Santi Santosh. Santi getting 100, Sakib getting to 71. And you see the teams walking into the field of play. Ikwe Craig on your screen there. And of course, Nathaniel McDavid. So we're almost ready for the chase. And what will the Seahawks, or the Seattle Hawks, what will they do to start this chase? It will be a mammoth chase, needing almost 11 and over to get to their target. And we see the two batters walking out to the middle.
Number 2, Anis is the bowler.
Copy. Thank you.
So,
Number 7, Anis, number 7.
so Anis Ahmed will start the proceedings with the ball in hand. And the batters, Karanjit Singh and the non-striker will be Pavan Kumar, I think, the non-striker. Oh, Jamal Parlan. Jamal Parlan, the non-striker, and Karanjit Singh will be the man on strike. So the bowlers Anis Ahmed. And so we're all set then for this chase. Washington Hawks needing 213 from 120 balls. 10.65 the asking rate. The openers Karanjit Singh and Jamel Paralon. So here's the first ball from Anis Ahmed. Down the leg side, he starts with a wide. And a good diving stop by the keeper. So the Hawks account is up and running. Second ball is a good one. And so the account finally open here for the Washington Hawks. First legal delivery registered by the Carolina Eagles. This one swung away towards the mid-wicket and good stop in the deep. As Saqib coming around, doing well, and might have jammed his foot there into the soil and trying to shake it off, but good work by Saqib. Might have saved a sure boundary there, and hopefully not too worse for the wear and tear. And ball defended. So we saw a slow start for the Carolina Eagles when they batted, and they then put their foot on the gas. And this Hawks team will have to go almost from ball one, and will have to try to make a sustained assault on this total. Ball keeping low, running towards the fine leg fence. Will be buys here, and it's 4 of them. As ball eluding Aryan Singh and running away for a boundary. So the first boundary comes by way of extras. 7 to the Washington Hawks. They need 13. They need 11 or thereabouts from the over. With 4 balls gone, they're just about almost there. Maybe 1 boundary away. And the challenge that they'll have is they'll need almost 1 or 2 boundaries in every over. As Anis was a good ball, and it's finding the man at cover point, and there can be no run. So a good start with the ball from Anis Ahmed, leading from the front here. It will be a challenge throughout, as we've pointed out for the Hawks. They'll have to go sustained chase here, asking 11 per copy. And this one is hit well, and it's gone the distance, a maximum. And that's Karanjit Singh bringing up the end of the over, and he brings it up in style. 13 from it, and so 13 for none after 1.
ओपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Rishikesh Amin will continue. A good first over for the Washington Hawks. They got 13 from it. They need to go at 10.6 or 11 a copy. And now there is a change in the bowling here, as it looks like Rishikesh has given way here to Ravish Kanchi. And so Ravish has been asked then to continue the attack instead of Rishikesh. And so Ravish will bowl to Jamel Parilon. A big ask this for the Washington Hawks, but based on over number one, they prove that they are not here to be an also ran. They're going to make a challenge at this total. Jamel Parilon given slow bowling first up, and he looks to tug this one down the ground. Hits it down to mid-on and can't score. So has to still be thinking of playing proper cricketing shots, Jamal Parilon. And he's punching this one up to backward point. And almost, in fact, down to a wide third man. And can't score. Deep gully area being guarded. I bowled him. So Parilon on the back foot, and he was seemingly at sea against the slow bowling anyway. And so he goes for a 4-ball duck, as he was not as sure what shot he was attempting there. And you see it there, the stakes have been disturbed. Parilon goes without scoring. And so early strike, Ravish Kanchi proves to be the fly in the ointment, and he strikes first up. It's 13 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Sadawan, a man out of the FDR, the Franklin Delano Roosevelt High School of the Public Schools Athletic League, strides to the middle, and he will take guard and await Ravish Kanchi. Kanchi so far 4 balls and yet to concede a run, and has picked up the wicket of Jamel Parilon, who was at sea against the right arm leg spin of Ravish Kanchi. And really just not sure what shot he had been attempting when he was cleaned up. 13 for 1. Sadawan comes to the middle, and he gets a good one that he's working into the onside to get off strike, And so Saad is away with one ball then remaining in the second over. And when wickets are falling, again the saying goes, runs aren't scoring. And so with the wicket of Paralon, it actually sets back the Washington Hawks chase a bit here as they are struggling in this particular over. They were off to a good start in over number 1, did get 13 from it. 4 of them coming by way, in fact 5 coming by way of extras. And a swing and a miss, so a good over this comes to an end. 1 run from it, plus the wicket. It's 14 for 1 after 2.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back for over number 3, and Anis will continue. His first over cost him, 9 came off of the over. That was credited against him. But 13 overall was the total reflected on the board. 4 of them came by way of buys. So here is Ahmed. Saad is on the front foot and defending. And when you're chasing a big total, almost every ball you have to be looking to score. And so rather than just coming forward and just dropping the bat on the ball, even if Saad Awan would just come forward, still do the same thing, but just turn the ball in the onside as he's doing there. Appeal, but umpire, he dropped the bat on the way through. A direct hit, but umpire Ray was on spot and decided that he was there, and so it's actually a single to Awan to get him off strike. Karanjit Singh back on strike now. 15 for 1 the total. Carolina Eagles is very spirited, so now long on is going back in the form of Santi Santosh. Long off comes into the ring. So ball keeping low, and again going through Aryan Singh, and this will be 4 more buys here. And so another couple of second delivery that has gone to the boundary for buys. So buys now up to 8 already. And so Ariane may have to stay in that low crouch. Keep the ball in front. It's 19 for 1. It's 5 in the over so far. I'll have to look to protect, guard against allowing the extras to get out of control. The Carolina Eagles, on the other hand, Washington Hawks, they'll take these runs. Free runs will help the cause. And so you hear the words of encouragement from Santi Santos. Sharian, you're doing good. You're doing good. So just trying to keep the boys motivated. Santi Santos leading, putting his immense experience on the line here, or make his experience coming to the fore as they continue to encourage each other. Saqib and Santi, the 2 fielders out in the power play. Santi patrolling long on, Saqib patrolling mid-wicket. they were the ones who made it so that an around in the can't get there, and this one will run away for a boundary. And in fact, out here is Ravi Kanchi and not Shakib. And so 4 runs to Karanjit takes him into double figures. He goes up to 12. And so a good start for Karanjit Singh, looking to get things up and going here for the Washington Hawks as they have to press gas from ball 1. Swing and a miss this time, and that will close out the over. 9 runs from it. It's 23 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Ravish Kanchi will give way here. His first over cost him 1 run and a wicket. And so Rushikesh Amin has been given the ball here. So he comes into the attack. And so now there is a change in the wicket-keeping duties here, as Sakib has taken the pads, taken over duties from Aryan Singh. And so Sakib now doing the duties behind the sticks. Now some adjustments being made as Aryan going out into the backward point region. And so now I believe everybody is set, and so we're ready to get over number 4 underway. Rushikesh Amin into the attack, coming through and around. And first ball is defended as Sadawan looking to sweep through the onside, but ball not there for the shot. Early days yet for the Washington Hawks. This one is driven well up to the long off region, and only 1 on offer there. And the man out in the deep appears to be Sicharan. So 24 for 1. Here is Rushikesh. And it's getting a slower one that he's trying to tug through the onside. Can't get back onto ball, or can't middle it. And this will probably be a wide. And in fact, no. And dead ball actually the indication, so dead ball the call, as the batter might not have been ready, or something might have been moving still before the batter was settled. And this time this one again played up into the long off region, and single this time. So slow progress here by the Washington Hawks. Take another quick single out to the offside. So just 3 in the over so far, with 1 ball remaining. And asking rate starting to inch up here for the Washington Hawks, to be expected. This a mammoth chase. This one hit well in the air towards the onside, running back, and he doesn't take it. Roshi Amin was there for a moment, and now they'll probably, in fact, they'll stay at 1, and so the over ends. It's 27-1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Ravish Kanchi will come back into the attack, and his first over again cost him just 1 run. Did pick up the wicket off Jamel Paralan, and so he's back here to bowl his second over. Karanjit Singh will be the man on strike. Singh going at effectively run a ball here, 14 from 14. Has struck 1 CBTF maximum and 1 4 so far. Otherwise, has been under the pensive watch of Anand Churi and his Carolina Eagles. This one driven well down the ground towards McDavid at long off. So he comes in, can't save 1. And that will rotate the strike over to Sadawan. The match following this one, the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, undefeated at 5-0, would look to stay unbeaten as they go up against the bottom of the table, New York Gothams. And New York Gothams hanging out in the 7th spot at the moment on the table. Only team behind them is this Washington Hawks team. And so Washington Hawks, they need a win here to at least put some respectability on their campaign. But they're in a spot of bother. This one hit well. This is going to go. This is going to go. And a very well struck. Clean in the slot. And given the treatment by Karanjit Singh. And so that will take him into the 20s. And the score already up to 35. So Karanjit Singh trying to hang in there. Trying to keep this run chase alive. And at least trying to set a good foundation here in the power play. And so Kanchi will have to back himself here to try to put the clamps on Karanjit Singh. It comes back with a poor delivery, and it's hit well. Oh, and one bounce and in to the man out there, and it looks like he might have taken one on the upper body. Had to go a long way to try to get to it. Rushi Amin, and the ball bouncing just in front of him. And hopefully seemingly no worse for the wear and tear. And a swing and a miss this time from Sadawan. So, in fact, the batters did go for 2 on the previous delivery, so still with Karanjit Singh. He's up to 23. And getting a good one that he's steering away down to the third man region. And Ikwe Craig, I think it is out there giving chase. Does well to pull it back. Comes up throwing, but not before the batters have scrambled through for a couple. And so that will close out the over. 12 runs from it. It's 39 for 1 after 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the captain introduces himself here, Anand Churi. So he comes into the attack. Down the track goes Sadawan and defends. This one is hit well, but straight to Santi Santos. And so the second wicket falls here. Sadawan has to go. He falls. It's now 39 for 2.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Masood Haq walks to the middle, and so he'll take guard from umpire's side and await Anand Churi. Churi striking with the second ball of his spell. And he's getting one that's skidding on and keeping low. And so that's the challenge. Off those deliveries that keep low, they put that twinge of doubt in the batsman's mind. And it's a good first ball to bowl to a new bowler. Now that delivery, like the first one, would then put the batter on the back foot. Just guessing what will happen when the ball comes off the surface. And so Masood Haq needs a score here to keep his team in contention. And misfield in the outfield there from Aryan Singh. And so a couple of runs there given away. And so off the mark goes Masood. Score up to 41. Final ball of the over. The power play tugged into the onside and towards Rushi Amin, and that's all they'll get. Just 3 from the over. The power play comes to an end after 6. It's the Washington Hawks needing 213. They're 42 for 1.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया कर लूंगा
कितनी
कर
बार
लूंगा
बोला है ऐसे मत लेट
So,
किया करो
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है
रखूं? हाँ हाँ हाँ
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर मिक्स कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट
So 42 for 2. The total. We get the correction. We get the indication also from umpire Ray that the power play has concluded. So McDavid has been given the ball here. Nathaniel McDavid. So he's now the 5th bowler that's been employed by Captain Anand Churi. And they've picked up 2 wickets so far. Anis Ahmed went 2 overs none for 14. Ravish Kanchi went 2 overs 1 for 13. Rushi Amin 1 over none for 4. Anand Churi went 1 over 1 for 3. And so Nathaniel McDavid being introduced here for the first time on the afternoon. So McDavid comes out of Trinidad and Tobago. And McDavid, of quality player, top all-rounder. Last time we saw him playing for the Carolina Eagles, he was smashing it against the Maryland Mavericks. As on that afternoon, he smashed his way to 65 off 27 balls. And really a quality player. But here he is. Getting one outside the off stump that slashed away towards the backward point region. That will go away for a boundary. And so boundary then to Karanjit Singh. The Singh has played a good hand here, as he's now up to 29 from just 21 balls. So continuing to keep the scoreboard moving, continuing to pick up at least a boundary in each over to kind of stay close enough to the asking rate. Rate now pushing up slightly beyond 12 and over. Sings this one into the deep. Who is there? Gone over, gone the distance. A big strike from Karanjit Singh. And that brings up 50 for the Washington Hawks. 50 comes up in over number 7. A big strike from Karanjit. So for a moment, Ravish Kanchi thought he had a play. But in the end, it just kept going, then it was gone. CBTF maximum. And this time he comes back with a dot here. So 53 for 2. 1 ball remaining in over number 7. Here is McDavid. And just guided down to a third man region. They'll pick up a single to close out over number 7. 12 from it. It's 54 for 2.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी कुछ नहीं
सुबह क्या भूल गए
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया कर लूंगा
कितनी
कर
बार
लूंगा
बोला है ऐसे मत लेट
So,
किया करो
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है
रखूं? हाँ हाँ हाँ
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर मिक्स कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट
So another bowler being introduced here by Anand Churi. So Anand reeling out the entire arsenal. And this time he's gone to Christopher Ramsaran. And so Ramsaran will be the 6th bowler used here. And so he'll come in to Singh. Singh on 36 was given a life early on. he gets one here that is driving down the ground and will pick up a single. In fact, they contemplated coming back for a second, but decided against it in the end. So he was given a life by Rushikesh Amin in over number 4. And at the time, Karanjit we'll go back and check, but I think at the time he was just on 17. But we'll check that. And since then, he's come back with some lusty blows, some quality ball striking. And an appeal for a catch at the wicket. Saqib not collecting. And it may have been a missed opportunity there, as the appeal from Ramsaran gives the indication that maybe, just maybe, he might have nicked the edge off Karanjit Singh's bat. And this time he's defending, blocked by Singh. And so Aryan posted at extra cover, and now being asked to go back right onto the edge of the circle. And so he is posted there. Here is Chris Ramsaran, and he's bowled him, gone through the gates. Karanjit Singh going across the line and loses his middle stump. Here is Singh coming over the wicket, and let's see. Oh yes, knocking him over. That's the end of Karanjit. He falls for 37. It's now 56 for 3.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the captain strides to the middle. Baizid Siddiqui comes in and replaces Karanjit Singh. And so he'll face Chris Ramsaran, who strikes again in his first over. That's the third time we've seen a bowler come in and strike with the first in their first over. And so he starts with a good delivery and just whizzes by the edge off the blade there. And so that closes out the over. There's 2 runs from it. It's 56 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Anand Churi continues. And this one is hit well into the deep, looking up, watching it go for a CBTF maximum. Masood Haq on the go, straight away attacking the captain, Anand Churi, under pressure from ball 1. So Churi just 4 runs in his first over. And comes back, concedes a maximum with ball number 1 off this new over. Swing and a miss this time, so a good comeback delivery. Ball outside the off stump and spinning away from the right-hander. And this time he is cracking this one up into the deep extra cover region. They've gone through for one. And so it will bring Siddiqui back onto strike. Siddiqui yet to get off the mark. 12 to Haq. He stands at the non-striker's end for the moment. 63 on the board. 150 needed from 69 balls. Asking rate starting to increase beyond 13. And so now pressure will start to build here. And a swing and a miss. And this time Saqib is running out from behind the sticks. Buys is the call. And so that will add to the equation for the Washington Hawks. Final ball remaining in over number 9. It's been the Carolina Eagles on top. Washington Hawks trying to stay in contention. Swing and a miss. This to close out the over. 8 runs from it. It's 9 gone, 64 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Chris Ramsaran continues here. And this one is tugged away into the onside. And Siddiqui will get off the mark finally. Still 148 more are needed. Not a lot of overs, not a lot of deliveries remain. There will be 10 overs after this one. And this one is pulled down by Ramsaran. Around, and can't get to it. And Santi had to run a long way, and in the end, put in the dive towards the end. And wasn't able to come up with it, so a well-needed boundary by the Washington Hawks. Masood Haq, the beneficiary. As we see members of the Cavaliers have started to arrive on the ground. Pennsylvania Cavaliers will play the New York Gothams next. Pennsylvania Cavaliers undefeated in this tournament in Phase 2. Played a really high-level brand of cricket. Again, this one defended into the onside. No score here. So impressive bit of cricket here for the Carolina Eagles from a bowling standpoint. While they've conceded boundaries here and there, for the most part, they have managed to keep things quite tidy. For the most part, and what that has done, and they've picked up wickets as well. Picked up 2 wickets in the power play, and have picked up 3 overall. And continue here with a quicker delivery from Ramsaran. So Ramsaran has really looked the part here. Looks a player with immense quality. As coming through, in fact coming over the wicket. This time he's short, and this one is given the treatment, and it's gone for a maximum to close out the over. And so 11 comes from it, and it's now 75 for 3 at the halfway point. 10 overs gone.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो रही है.
हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3-minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3-minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
So we're back with the action. Anand Churi. And it's an appeal for a catch at the wicket, and it's given. Baizid Siddiqui looks in disbelief. And he can't believe it. Siddiqui stands there, but the catch has been taken by Saqib Jut. And so Anand strikes with the first ball of the 11th over. It's now 75 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the replay upcoming here, we'll watch Anand Churi coming over the wicket. And loud appeal. And it's been given. So catch Saqib Jut with the appeal, both batter and wicketkeeper going up in unison. Seeming a confident appeal, but Baizid Siddiqui was not convinced as the new batter comes to the middle. So Pavan Kumar. So 75 for 4, 138 needed from 59 balls. And wickets have started to tumble for the Washington Hawks. And driven down the ground, we'll get at least one here, Pavan. So he's away. Score just moving along here for the Washington Hawks. It's been a struggle to this point. They've ebbed and flowed to some degree. And this one is whipped away through the onside. And Ravi Kanchi is positioned at mid-wicket, so he does well keeping the ball in play. And so slow sledding at the moment. The Washington Hawks have lost the momentum of their innings, have lost their captain, Baizid Siddiqui. Siddiqui would have just scored 1 run from 5 balls as running across and making a good stop is man at short cover there, Christopher Ramsaran. And he does look a player, Ramsaran. Has mixed it up here and picking the bails. Good delivery to close out the over. Just 2 runs from it, plus a wicket. It's 11 gone, 77 for 4.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Christopher Ramsaran to continue. 2 overs, 1 for 13. Starts with a short ball that's punched away into the gap. Man comes around, does well, and keep the batters to just 2. So Masood continues to bat well, ball was short outside the off stump with an offer. And so he pounces on it. Wasn't able to get it past the man diving away at extra cover. But does well enough to pick up a couple of runs. And he's swinging across the line this time and missing. And so, again, we've seen batsmen get in trouble when they go across the line of the delivery. There's a score 879 actually for 4. As we see members of the New York Gotham's team making their way into the ground. This one hit well towards Ravish Kanchi. And a cavalier approach there. Puts it on the turf. Just came in and was very casual in his approach. And you see it here. And just into the hands and then onto the turf. Ravish Kanchi, generally a safe pair of hands. He misses one here. And so that gives Masood a life. And so he goes up to 26. 19 balls faced by him so far. Pavan Kumar comes back onto strike. And he'll take a single here. Past a diving Aryan Singh at short cover. And so they'll complete a couple easily in the end. So 131 more needed. Just 50 balls remain. And this one is again punched away up to the offside. And Ikwe Craig can't stop one. Wasn't able to field cleanly. And so Masood and Pavan Kumar have milked this particular over. Just have taken ones and twos almost off every delivery so far with one ball remaining. So with the exception of one delivery in this over, they've been able to rotate the strike pretty effectively. Final ball. And a swing and a miss. So he ends with a good delivery. Does Christopher Ramsaran. 6 from the over. 12 gone. It's 83 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 130 needed from 8 overs, asking rate up to 16. 83 for 4 with Pavan Kumar on 4. Masood Haq at the non-striker's end at the moment. And there you see Masood on screen. The man on strike there is Pavan. So Pavan. And that's a look at the hut for the Washington Hawks, and Sharad over in the hut. As this one is tugged away into the onside, that will be 4. So good looking shot by Pavan Kumar, and so he continues to at least make an effort here at challenging this total, going after their target. 126 needed, and Pavan Kumar still foot on the gas here, trying to position his team, the Washington Hawks. They're badly in need of a win to get out of the cellar. And another single to get himself off strike. The cellar dwellers, the New York Gothams in 7th place and the Washington Hawks in 8th place. And both cellar dwellers playing two good teams here today. The Gothams are up next. They'll take on the top of the table undefeated Pennsylvania Cavaliers. And so the question will always be, Can the Gothams pull off the giant killing effort? Can they pull a stunner and pick up a win? More importantly, can Washington Hawks reverse their fortunes here? Big hit through the onside. Around comes mid-wicket, diving away. And a good stop in the end. And saves a couple. So good work in the deep. And the man out there doing good work is Sachin Sitran. Swing and a miss. And so good comeback delivery. But so far, good over this for the Washington Hawks, at least trying to stay close, stay in contention. Just keep hanging in. And final ball of the over. Down the track looking to hit through the onside. Doesn't make contact. Over comes to an end. 8 from it. 13 gone. 91 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Christopher Ramsaran continues. Ball punched away up through the offside. Again in the deep. Man out there patrolling. Sachin Sitran. Masood Haq moves on to 28. There is Christopher looking to finish up here. He's bowled 3 overs for 19 coming into this one. And picked up the wicket off the captain. In fact, picked up the wicket of Karanjit Singh, whom he disturbed the furniture on. So here is Ramsaran, short, this time in the air. Santosh comes around, we'll look up and watch it go over. It's gone for a maximum. And so another CBTF maximum pushes the Washington Hawks up to 99. 99 for 4. And so partnership here of 24 between these two. We have seen the highest partnership so far be 26. But the partnerships have all been some double-digit partnerships, none of real substance, but they have hung in there. The Washington Hawks continue to fight. This one hit well into the onside again. In comes Ravish, and again it goes through and goes over this time. Gone for a maximum. Masood Haq brings up the 100 in style as it comes to 100, and it's gone for a maximum 105 for 4. So Masood Haq goes up to 40. So Kanchi has missed a couple in the deep and missed Masood Haq on a few occasions. So Masood Haq living a charmed life courtesy of Ravish Kanchi. Twice he's gone in the deep, twice he's been put down. And this time, to add insult to injury, it went for 6, and he goes again. This time is big. And no question about it this time, it's gone the distance. And so Masood Haq on the go, taking the attack to Christopher Ramsaran. 3 sixes in a row. Another CBTF maximum. Quality strike. And so Masood Haq deciding now is the time to come at the moment, come at the man. Ramsaran being given the treatment. Last ball of his spell. And it's outside the off stump this time. That will complete the over. 20 from it. It's 111 for 4 after 14.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 102 more needed from 36 balls or 6 overs. Asking grade up to 17 and over. And Pavan Kumar will be the man on strike. Rushi Amin has been reintroduced. Rushi Amin, his one solitary over cost him 4 runs. And so he's back here. And he's one of the best options for the Carolina Eagles. Has really been a handful for batters to handle, and so has been held back for these important overs here towards the death. Over at number 15 this, and then we'll be into the fast 5 as this one is tugged away towards the fine leg region. Could be leg buys coming up, and you get the confirmation from the umpire that it is in fact leg buys. So 112 for 4. 35 balls remain. .46 to Masood, looking for a personal milestone. Just 26 balls in his innings so far, so he's striking it at 177. Should have been back in the hut a couple of times, but thanks to Ravi Kanchi, who's now been replaced by Nathaniel McDavid at deep mid-wicket, he has given Masood a couple of lives here. So here is Rushi Amin, and this one is tugged into the mid-wicket region. We're really up towards long on. Santi is in the way, and that will get him off strike, and will bring Pavan Kumar back onto strike. And so this one hit well into the deep, into the onside, but straight up to mid-wicket. That's well positioned. And so another single to Pavan Kumar. And again, Sachin Sicharan patrolling out in the deep. Sachin. This one is hit well down the ground towards long off. Coming around and doing well is Christopher Ramsaran. And Ramsaran does look a player very, very active in the field. Safe pair of hands usually, in despite his last over, which went for 20, did put in a fairly good bowling effort. Was undermined by some shoddy fielding or some shoddy catching in the deep. couple. Another single there too. Pavan takes him up to 14. He's faced 15 balls so far. It brings Masood back onto strike. He is in striking distance of a landmark. Wide is the call. So Rushi will have to reload and bowl that one again. 42-run partnership this. So, and this one is punched away. This will be a half century for Masood Haq. It goes away for a boundary. And so Masood Haq will get a boundary here. 10 runs come off the over. And Masood's 50 comes up from 29 balls. It's 179 strike rate, 5 CBTF maximums, 2 fours, and so 52 of 29 is batted for 37 minutes, and so quite a performance by Masood Haq hanging in. So 121 for 4, the total on the board, 92 then to win from 30 balls. So fast 5, the last 5 overs here. And we'll see whom will continue this attack. Looks like Anand Churi is trying to make a determination here as to who to go to next. A man walking over with his cap off. Looks to be Anis Ahmed. Let's see if he's going back to, in fact, Ravi Kanchi has been tossed the ball. So Ravi will continue the attack. Christopher Ramsaran finished with 4 overs, 1 for 39. Ravi Kanchi, 2 overs, 1 for 13. And so he comes back here and he'll be bowling to Pavan Kumar. Kumar, 14 from 15. Struck 1-4 in his innings so far. And for the most part has been content to rotating the strike, turning the strike over to Masood Haq, who has played a good hand for his half century. 92 from 30, asking rate better than 18. Here is Kanchi, and this one hit well down towards Santi Santosh. And so Santi keeps the batters to just 1. Masood will be back on strike. And when Masood comes on strike, the field goes out. Anis Ahmed goes to deep mid-wicket, straight. Nathaniel McDavid at deep backward square, at deep square leg actually. And then Santi at long on the offside at deep extra cover. Sachin. See Charan in the air, but will land well inside of Santi Santosh. And so Masood looking to go big, not getting a hold of it, but does enough to get off strike. Partnership worth 48 between these two. The best partnership of the chase here by the Washington Hawks. Swing and a miss for Kumar. 48 off 31 balls. Make that 32 with that delivery. Down the track and hitting well. This will be one bounce into the side screen. Boundary to Pavan Kumar. That will bring up the 50 partnership for these two. And so 50 off. The 50 partnership comes up off 33 balls. Down the track again. This one is going to go upstairs and gone. Another maximum, and that one will take the Hawks total into the 130s, 133. Couple of big strikes here from Pavan Kumar. And now looking to put pressure back on the Carolina Eagles. Still 80 runs to get from 25 balls. So it's going to require a lot more lusty hitting. There, the ask is up to roughly 19 and over almost. 1 ball remaining here in over number 16. And Ravi Kanchi under pressure. Down the track, and he was seeing the ball outside the off stump. Wide is the call, as I think Kanchi saw him coming, drifted it wide of him, perhaps unfairly, and this one is driven back along the track, so that will close out the over. 13 from it, and so with 16 gone, it's 134 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Rushi Amin, 2 overs, none for 13. We'll continue here to Masood. Masood has led the charge for the Washington Hawks as they've gone in search of 213. They need 79 more at an asking rate of almost 20 and over. This one hit in the air towards deep mid wicket. And it goes to Kanchi this time. In fact, the captain, Anand Churi, this time at square leg. And so he takes it. And so that's the end of Masood. He falls finally. And so Anand making no mistake. It's 134 for 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the new batter is Haider Ali. So he'll be at the non-strikers end for the moment. Pavan Kumar now on strike with the dismissal of Masood Haq. Haq 53 off 31, 2 4s and 5 CBTF maximums. As we see more members of the New York Gotham's team arriving in the ground, and Pavan Kumar is pulling this one behind square as umpire Irfan Syed dancing in the deep. Another single to Pavan gets him off strike. Haider Ali will be on strike for the first time. 22 balls remain, and Washington Hawks have it all to do here over these last few overs. And Haider is defending up to the offside, can't score. And so the score remains at 135. And again, pushing this up into the offside. This time they do take a single, as the ball would have gone up towards Anis Ahmed. And it looks to be Ravish Kanchi. Here's Rushi. He's pulling this one down, and it's tugged away towards the vacant fine leg region. In fact, it's gone for wides, and so no bat on it. 5 wides, a giveaway by Rushi Amin, and that will help the Washington Hawks equation. Still an uphill climb here. They'll need some power hitting, someone to find the boundaries with regularity, or at least one big over to kind of pull themselves back into contention. Only 3 overs will remain after this one. And just a couple of deliveries remaining here in over number 17. Churi has bowled out. So too is Christopher Ramsaran. Ravi Kanchi has 1 left. Anis Ahmed has 2. Nathaniel McDavid has 3. And so with 3 overs to go, possibly each of those bowlers, Anis, Ravish, and Nathaniel, will get 1 each. Anis probably may get 2. So we'll have to see which direction Ananchuri decides to go. But 4 deliveries gone in over 17. The ball has finally made its way back to Ananchuri, and now we'll be back with Rushi Amin. Pavan Kumar on 26. He'll probably need to be on 76 at some point soon if the Washington Hawks will have any sniff at this 213 total. And he's played on, so he tugs it onto his stumps, and that's the 6th wicket to fall here as we watch the replay. And Rushi Amin will pick up another, just dragged it back onto his stumps, and so that's the 6th wicket down. It's 141 for 6.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है, इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Ali Anjum walks to the middle. And he will be the man on strike here against Rushi Amin. Amin has picked up 2 in the over, so he's bowling here at 2 for 20. Final ball of over number 17. Here is Rushi. And Ali will get himself off the mark as this will run away. Ikwe Craig can't do anything about it, so he'll get away with a boundary to close out over number 17. 11 from it, plus the 2 wickets. It's 145 for 6.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Anis Ahmed back into the attack, and he comes in here to Hyder Ali. So 3 overs remain, including this one. Still 68 more runs to get, so 24 runs per over the ask. Not an easy task by any means, but it was always an uphill climb. And Anis starts with a couple of dots. So that doesn't help the equation for the Carolina Eagles. Rather, that doesn't help the cause for the Washington Hawks. The Carolina Eagles all day long will take dot balls at this stage. And ball played up into the offside by Hyder to double up his tally. Gets Ali Anjuman to strike. And they'll need to go big here and get a few out of the ground. 67 needed from just 15 balls. Asking rate, the math starting not to look possible for the Washington Hawks. They're in jeopardy here of losing their 5th game from 6 starts. Big hit down the ground towards Santosh. And only one in the offing. And so 14 balls remain for the Washington Hawks as the curtain come down on their season. It's unlikely they'll be able to advance to the playoffs from this position. Not enough games remaining as this is played up into the offside towards Rushi Amin. No chance to score there, just 2 in the over so far from Anis. And so a good over this with 1 ball remaining. Over number 18 about to come to a close. Hyder Ali on strike. And this one is played up into the offside just for a single. And so that will close out the over. 3 runs from it. It's 18 gone, 148 for 6.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Rushi Amin will finish his bowling spell here. 2 for 24 from 3. Starts with the ball that's hit down the ground and out of the playing area. Gone for maximum. And so Hyder Ali on the charge. They need that in the worst way through the Hawks. For them to have any shot here, they'll have to make hay during this over, as they'll have to reduce the equation down to less than 36 needed. Right now it's 59 required. And so they'll need to bring that down to less than 36 by the end of this over. So they'll need at least 23 more in the over. So ball still being retrieved, hit into the parking lot area of this SUNY Purchase College. And now the fielder comes back into view, having had to run a long way to get that one back. Santi Santosh had to go all the way to White Plains to retrieve it. And so now the ball is back with Rushi Amin. 5 balls remain. Hyder has to go now, and he is going. Here is Rushi. Going again, down the ground and into the side screen. In fact, just to the left of the side screen. 4 runs. And so well needed. Hyder on the charge has reduced the equation down to 55 needed from 10 balls. And Rushi Amin under the gun here. And the batter's hitting straight, which that's the place to hit these deliveries. Once you go across the line of the spinning ball, you put yourself in jeopardy. And again, this time a wide is upcoming. And in fact, a good ball. So not a wide after all. It was Hyder Ali appealing that perhaps that delivery was unfair. Umpire Ray disagrees. 9 balls remain then. Here's Rushiamin. Gives it the treatment once again in the air. McDavid comes in, takes the catch. And that's the end of Hyder Ali. His cameo comes to an end. And safe pair of hands in the deep from Nathaniel McDavid, the man out of TNT, doing the work. And the 7th wicket falls here. It's 158 for 7.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Salil Yadav strides to the middle, so he'll be off strike for the moment. Rushiamin picks up his 3rd wicket. And this one is tugged down the ground towards Santi. And only a single there for Ali Anjum. 1 ball remains here in over 19. And so the equation does not favor the Washington Hawks. Even if this goes out of the ground, they'll need 48 from the last over, which, to my math, unless no balls are bowled, that will put the Washington Hawks out of contention. As a single to close out over number 19, 12 runs from it, plus the wicket. It's 160 for 7 after 19. So we are into the final over here. And so Anis will finish up the proceedings. 53 needed from 6 balls. And this one is steered away down to the 3rd man region. Ikwe Craig is there. And they take 1. So Salil doubles up. And 161 for 7 then the total. And of course one to say congratulations to the newest nominee into the Cricket Hall of Fame coming up this October. This one punched up into the offside. For 1, our very own Danny Khan has received his letter notifying him of his selection for induction into the institution, and that will take place in October 1st, Saturday, October 1st. So Danny Khan, now a member of the U.S. Cricket Hall of Fame. There's another single taken here, and so we want to say congratulations to our very own Danny Khan. So 3 balls remain here in the innings, And this time he's swinging and missing is Ali Omer Anjum. And just a couple of deliveries remain here for the formalities to be completed. The Carolina Eagles will advance to 4-2 on the season, will remain in third place behind the Pennsylvania Cavaliers and the New Jersey Titans. The Titans are 5-1. Cavaliers playing immediately after this to go to determine whether they'll go to 6-0 or 5-1. Playing the 7th place New York Gothams. And so final ball here of this matchup. And it will come with Salil Yadav on strike. 1 ball to go. And again, while we wait for the final ball, again, I want to say congratulations to our very own Danny Khan, having been selected for induction into the Cricket Hall of Fame. Final ball has gone through, and it will run away for byes, 4 of them. And so that will close out proceedings with the Carolina Eagles winning by 44 runs. So 44-run win for the Carolina Eagles as this match comes to an end. And so we'll pause here. We'll return on the other side of the break for player reaction, and then we'll be on tap for the second match in the doubleheader this afternoon, where the Pennsylvania Cavaliers will take on the New York Gothams.
All right, Carolina Eagles has won this game against very spirited Washington Hawks, and with me is the man of the match, and that is Santi Santosh.
Thank you.
You have hit the fastest century of US Premier League in Phase 2. What a great inning, Santi, and what would you attribute this to?
I think it's a privilege, it's an honor, and a very humbling feeling to be out there. Great day to bat, and the way Saqib had supported in the batting unit, I think it was more about a partnership of 170 runs for one wicket. I think that laid the foundation for a 200 plus score for us today, so it feels really good. Thank you.
Fantastic. Let me invite Sandeep Singh, US Premier League founder, who will hand over the man of the match prize to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. As always, excellent batting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well played. Now let me invite Anand Churi, captain of Carolina Eagles. Congratulations, Anand.
Thank you, sir.
From your perspective, how much important is this win for you?
Oh, this was a great win. It actually pulls up on the points table. I think we are through to the playoffs, so that's a good thing. Plus, we wanted to get, we have been bowling first. This was the first game that we batted first. We wanted to see how we can put the total, and I'm really glad it worked out. I mean, Santi, amazing innings, supported by Saqib. I couldn't have asked more.
And not only that, your bowling has also been clicking. I see not only your spinners but also the opening bowlers. You rested Modi today, Pujan Modi. So overall, I think the team is gelling well, and you are hoping for a very good playoff season, looks like.
Absolutely, they are a great bunch of guys, and yes, we were short one pacer, but everyone put their hands up, and I just had to rotate. That's all I had to do. The rest just followed.
All right, wish you all the best for the playoff and the remainder of the season. Thank you.
So much.
So the news from the ground is Carolina Eagles has won this comfortably, and they will be going to the playoffs, and we'll be right back after the break.